Hi, it's Stuart here, classical record collector. I've got a couple of items here to show you, and one of them is an unboxing, a record I bought on eBay recently. The first one I bought, in fact, in several months. I'm actually going to be going back to buying more records on eBay because the local shops, the charity shops, and even the shops that I do quite well out of, like the Oxfam record shop, um, there's just been really nothing that has inspired me. I think that because I've bought so much in the last year or so, it takes something really interesting to make me want to buy it. So let me just show you what I bought anyway. I picked this up in a charity shop. I think some of you have probably seen this before. The classical long playing record. It's like a sort of history and handbook for classical LPs. It's expertly the story of the classical LP is told, not just the classical LP, but right from the days of early sound. There's an excellent chronology of all the developments in sound recording, and there's just so much information in here about all the different record labels, when they were publishing, etc. I mean, just to show you, it's a very good sort of reference book. It's full of tables. It's got loads of illustrations in it. It was actually written by a man who had a record shop in Holland. I don't know really too much about him, by the name of Jacco van Wittelusten. That's probably not the pronunciation, but anyway, it was a good try, I think. Yeah, he even looks at the development of the artwork and the designs of the jackets and compares them with how pop and rock mainstream music was developing at the same time. So I think it's an excellent book. It's quite big, actually. It's nearly 500 pages long. Yeah, I mean, it's got more tables here. It's unbelievable. I mean, the amount of research that he's done is just mind-boggling, really. So I don't know how many of you have actually got this book, but if you haven't got this book, I would certainly recommend it. Here's some more. There's an SXL there. SXL 2000. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that one. French overtures with answer may conducting. So I've only really just started it. I've read, I don't know, I've read the introduction about why he wrote this book, etc. And I've gone through the chronology of the history of recorded sound and attempts at trying to record sound right from the very early days in the sort of early 19th century, and the breakthroughs, etc., Edison, etc., and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know how much that cost brand new, but I paid £8 for it from a charity shop. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me as soon as I saw it. Oddly enough, there were no records in this shop, but when I saw this, I thought, I've got to have that. I've sort of seen it before. I can't remember where. Maybe on eBay I've seen it. But when you actually see how big and impressive it is and how much information is in it, I just thought that's something I've got to have. Okay, so if any of you have got that book, I would welcome your comments about how useful you found it and how good it is, etc. So the other thing is, yeah, I've had a record through on eBay. It actually arrived at the post office last Monday. Today is actually Wednesday the following week. I literally just forgot to go and pick it up, and I was afraid that it might have been sent back to the seller. Luckily, no. They told me in the post office they keep everything for 3 weeks before it goes back. So that's good anyway. I did manage to get hold of it. I got it for a really good price, and I've opened the box anyway. I've not actually studied the record. So let me just show you what it is. So I think you can see there, it's a film soundtrack out of Africa. The reason that I bought it is because I saw the film recently for the first time, and I thought it was an absolutely superb film, and I thought that the soundtrack was absolutely stunning. Really beautiful kind of music. John Barry. There was a lot of Mozart in that film as well, and I think that the only Mozart that appears on this record is the middle movement of the clarinet concerto K622, which keeps coming back. But the real star, I think, musically of this film is John Barry's absolutely amazing music. For example, when the Robert Redford character takes Karen Blixen in his aeroplane in a, I think it's a Moth World War, I don't know, World War One aeroplane, biplane. He takes her across the plains of Kenya. It's just one of the most stunning scenes, I think, probably in the history of cinema that I've ever seen, and the music really does it justice as well. It's amazing. So I was keen to get this. Luckily, it's not like a hot collectible record, so I didn't have to pay much for it. I noticed that most people were selling it for around about £10 in good condition, and I found somebody auctioning it for £3, and I made a bid, and I thought I probably won't have any competition on this one, and I didn't. I got it for £3 plus £2.50 shipping or something, which is really cheap. I don't know how I managed to send it for £2.50 shipping. So anyway, there it is, Out of Africa. If you haven't seen the film, I would certainly recommend that you watch it. It's in great condition as well. There we are. And let me just have a look what's on it. Yeah, Flying Over Africa. I think that's the side 2, track 1. And there's, let's see what else is on it. Yeah, Concerto for Clarinet and Orchestra. And there's no other Mozart on it, in fact, but in the film there is actually quite a lot more Mozart, because the Robert Redford character, sorry, I forget his name, but he plays an English aristocrat, or it's, in reality, Karen Blixen had this relationship with an English aristocrat. And they brought in Robert Redford to play this character. I don't really think they went to any pains to make him appear like an English aristocrat. They sort of leave that a bit open. But I thought it worked quite well. The casting. Some people don't like it, but there they are, Robert Redford and Meryl Streep. And yeah, so there's quite a bit of Mozart in it, because the character has got a wind-up gramophone, and he's testing the music out on, I don't know, orangutans or some animals, or can't remember what he tries them out on, but he plays them some Mozart. I recognize some of the pieces that he plays. For example, K136, the divertimento, the beautiful K136. He plays the first movement from that. There's K331, the variations movement, piano sonata, that is in it, and quite a few other Mozart pieces are there as well. But it's mainly, I got it not for that, but I got it for the John Barry music, which I think is excellent. Some people have commented it's a bit too sickly sweet. Well, I mean, it's a romance, isn't it? It's a romance, and what do you expect? Robert Redford is flying, Meryl Streep, you know, sweeping majestically across the Kenyan plain, watching herds of gazelles, hundreds and hundreds of them, just you know, running across the plains of Kenya. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, there we are. I'll have a listen to that, and I hope it's in good condition. Let's just have a quick look. MCA Records. Let's have a look at the condition. And yeah, well, he described it as an EX condition, and all right, there are some scuffs there, but I can tell that they're just scuffs probably caused by slightly clumsy handling when removing from the inner sleeve. But I think that should be okay anyway. I don't think there'll be a problem with that. I'd rather have some scuffs on the record than invisible groove damage, believe me. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Goodbye.